All right, man. Welcome back. Y'all don't know my baby girl. It is hard to get her to come over here and do reaction videos. And I'm glad she was able to make it over here. Though I noticed that a few comments came in, and what I'm gonna do is go through these comments and I'm gonna do another young boy NBA video. Now, let me say this. I do not want to be known as the guy who hates young boy NBA. Man, if you're doing anything positive with your life and you're able to help communities and help your people and help yourself and just not have to be out here in these streets, man, I'm all for that. But I'm going to go ahead and go through these comments real quick and I'm going to pick one and we're going to see what we're going to review next. Um, Somebody says, let's see, Zanti Messias 4724 says, react to NBA young boy. I ain't scared. Listen to Deep End with Joyner Lucas. I've never really listened to Joyner Lucas before, so we might get into that. Let's see. What's high? IG Pops. Happy 4th of July. React to My Grave or Free Rio. Right now, I got my mind on this Joyner Lucas track. What's your pops talking about? This shit is fire, pops, but I don't. But I understand what pops talking. Yeah, I think I saw that and I liked it. I hate when he do that too. I think he got 13. You should pull up lyrics or something on Google or something, bruh. Man, they not right on here, bruh, man. I feel your pops, but he uses music as therapy. Hey, I can't argue with that. You from the Ville? Yes, we are. I'm gonna go with the Joyner Lucas track. Thank you, T Jern 3. And since we're able to edit, we're gonna flip the screen and get into this reaction.
Every day I wake up, that's a brand new start, carry out my plan. I took my chance from the top, I dive, it's a long way down, I hope I land. God, I'm your child, but in these streets, I can't be weak, so I'm a man. I can't be beat, so I'm a stand. I want my kids know who I am. All for her love, I had no parachute. From the mountain top, I died. And she knew I was exhausted from it all now. For you, I ain't even care about if I die. Cause I got evil on my conscience, but I know that God is watching. But I gotta cry no matter the time, cause I know no one gonna do it for me. Earn on my stripes, like riding a bike, a nigga been doing this shit on my sleeve. And my motivation I give her my kids, if there was no them, then who would I be? Who would you bump if there wasn't no me? What is Gen Z if there ain't no IP? I thank God for the music, I know if it wasn't for that, and I'd probably be stuck in the set.
Okay, when I very first listened to this, I have to assume that was NBA young boy that started the song. And maybe Joyner Lucas came in because it sounded like two different people. And yeah, I can understand with what NBA YoungBoy is saying if I have lyrics in front of me, but to be honest, it would probably kind of go over my head because of the auto tune. Now, remember, I came up in the 90s listening to E40. I can understand some fast rap. Maybe not the first time around, though. And he's kind of going too fast for me. If I didn't have the lyrics in front of me, I probably wouldn't be able to understand it. The beat, A plus. When that second verse came in, it kind of started to sound like more like a regular song. Man, I hate to be the one hating on Young Boy, but I don't like the auto tune. And when somebody said maybe I just need to listen to him more, you're telling me maybe I need to listen to more auto tune. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm hating. I'm sorry.
I hope I land. God, I'm your child, but in these streets, I can't be weak, so I'm a man. I can't be beat, so I'm a stand. I want my kids know who I am. All for her love, I had no parachute. From the mountain top, I died. And she knew I was exhausted from it all now. For you, I ain't even care about if I die. Cause I got evil on my conscience, but I know that God is watching. But I gotta cry no matter the time, cause I know no one gon' do it for me. Earn on my stripes like riding a bike, a nigga been doing this shit on my sleeve. And my motivation I give for my kids, if there was no them, then who would I be? Who would you bump if there wasn't no me? What is Gen Z if there ain't no YP? I thank God for the music, I know if it wasn't for that, then I'd probably be stuck in the cell. I know a few niggas who should've been home, but got caught up in that, they gon' stay in jail. Yeah, I mean some bitches I thought really loved me until I found out that the shit wasn't real. Fuck it, I guess I'ma sit in the field. Count up this money.
My honest to God opinion is that this song would be so much doper if they were rapping a little bit slower. I like what they're saying, but listening to it for the first time, you have to really be a fan to learn this song. I'm not gonna pick up to, if I'm riding in the car and this comes on while I'm listening to Spotify or Apple Music and this song comes on and I'm driving, I can't look at a lyric screen. I'm driving. All I can think of is I like the beat. I don't know what they're talking about, but I like the beat. And you know, that's the way it is. I'm seeing the lyrics. I'm seeing what they're talking about. You know, they're talking about waking up and going hard every day and look, count up this money and stick to myself, you know, stuff like that. And of course, you know, I think at the very beginning, Young Boy probably threw in some stuff about his chick, you know, he's gonna have problems with chicks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's one thing I understand, and I'm not gonna revisit all that. I understand, bro. For you guys that's telling me I don't get it, it's my first listen. I don't, but I like the beat.
Count up this money and say to myself, ain't no discussion, no little bullshit got me mugging. And I gotta say forgive him, fucking I'm still gon' hold these grudges. I've been searching for some guidance, praying the Lord to show me something. Maybe therapy will fix it, make me different. If it doesn't, well then fuck it, I'll be jumping off the deep end, off the deep end. I've been falling for no reason, I'm jumping off the deep end.
Hey, one thing I picked up from those last few bars, he's saying he gave therapy a chance. And one thing my shrink told me way back in the day when I was having some counseling sessions, they said we could all use a little bit of therapy. If you ever have to go look for help, don't feel ashamed of that. And there's a lot of us out here that's probably looking for some answers to something. And we probably need to seek therapy to get those answers. Do not be ashamed of doing that.
Searching for some guidance, praying the Lord to show me something. Maybe therapy will fix it, make me different. If it doesn't, well then fuck it, I'll be jumping off the deep end, off the deep end. I've been falling for no reason, I'm jumping off the deep end, off the deep end. I've been crashing for no reason, and it's a long way down, I don't know if I'll survive. God gave me battles, I don't know if I could fight. So I'm jumping off the deep end, off the deep end. I've been crashing for no reason. I know my back against the wall, gotta stand up tall and hold my head. For them days I ain't wanna wake up, but I turn my lows.
I kind of get some old school vibes listening to this, man, especially that hook. I don't care if it's auto-tune. You know, sometimes auto-tune can sound good. It's a lot to take in for a first listen because, you know, it sounds like two hard-headed brothers that's like, F what you talking about. I'm doing this. I'm diving off the deep end.
To some bread. Hey, when niggas think that they know me because of the shit that they don't read. How the fame made me feel lonely, I've been living on the edge. I've been in my head and all I can think about is seeing you. So my bitch that I got faith if you got faith in me and you. But you know I'm stubborn, baby, I ain't changing me for you. I'ma fix myself with me, but I got things I need to do. So if you come over, we can situate some things. Come in, I come closer, don't you run away from me.
I'm going to start the verse over because I know that's NBA YoungBoy. Joyner Lucas, we get it, dude. We got you. I'm trying to get into NBA YoungBoy, so let me dial back a little bit. Let's do this, Ro. Let's do this.
I'ma fix myself with me, but I got things I need to do. So if you come over, we can situate some things. Come in, I come closer, don't you run away from me. And she don't seem as sweet as you think. I love her, but don't trust her, not as far as I can see. Oh, God, you did your one with me. Wash my clothes in the sink, now I'm the one that they won't be. Oh, for the ones I love left my front open and got back door. I'm still strong and I'm thankful. I just had to hold on. You know that I've been jumping off the deep end, off the deep.
I mean, yeah, man. NBA YoungBoy is gonna have things going on with them women. Probably like this is like the fourth song I've reviewed of his. What you have to understand is that I'm giving it a chance. I'm giving it a chance for my ears. A minute left in the song. It's not going to be on my playlist. No hate. It's just preference.
Sweet as you think. I love her, but don't trust her. Not as far as I can see. Oh, God, you did your one with me. Wash my clothes in the sink. Now I'm the one that they won't be. Oh, slime. For the ones I love, left my front open and got back door. I'm still strong and I'm thankful. I just had to hold on. You know that I've been jumping off the deep end, off the deep end. I've been falling for no reason. I'm jumping off the deep end, off the deep end. I've been crashing for no reason, and it's a long way down. I don't know if I'll survive. God gave me battles, I don't know if I could fight. So I'm jumping off the deep end, off the deep end. I've been crashing for no reason. Yeah, I say it's a long way down. I don't know if I'll survive. God gave me battles, I don't know if I could fight. So I'm jumping off the deep end, off the deep end.
It's not bad. It's not bad. If I'm an NBA YoungBoy fan, see, I don't know what type of NBA YoungBoy music that the NBA YoungBoy fans like. So, maybe this was a Joyner Lucas fan, T-Jern3, that told me to listen to this, and they were able to tolerate it because Joyner Lucas was on it. I've never heard Joyner Lucas before, but I have no problem listening to Joyner Lucas. NBA YoungBoy so far in this song, he gave me pretty much everything I expect to hear from NBA YoungBoy. So if you were telling me to listen to this song just to see a different side of NBA YoungBoy, okay, yeah, he didn't scream on the auto tune like he's about to throw a plate up against the wall. I don't know, but he's still singing about chicks with the auto tune, and he didn't go too deep with it. I don't think he's really talking about being done wrong. He's just explaining himself. But that's it for this reaction with Ro. I've enjoyed doing this reaction. Thank you for the 100 new subscribers that came in after my video with my daughter. Y'all making this live event coming up. Y'all making me have to put it together real quick. So I'm going to have to do what I can do with that. In the spirit of my daughter, I'm going to give the track a 7.5. And it will probably get maybe a 8 if I knew the words and I was able to bop to it because I know what they're saying or whatever. It's not going on my playlist. My playlist is reserved for 8.5 or better. And that's a man that's been alive 51 years. So I have to be real meticulous with my 8.5 and up pickings. And this song was not it, even though it didn't make my ears bleed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll probably be reading your comment before I do the next video. King Ro III, I'm out.